Back to the Baton Rouge Regional for the NCAA tournament. It's time to talk with the Lady Tigers from LSU. They will play the 4 o'clock game on Saturday against Jackson State. Head coach Kim Mulkey will be joining us in a little bit, but we're joined now by two players. To my immediate left is graduate guard Kayla Pointer, and on the far end of the table is graduate guard Jalen Cherry. As we have been doing, we will address in-person questions first. Just raise your hand. We do have a roving mic. For those who are joining us via Zoom, if you have a question, you can raise your hand, and we will address your questions when we get done with the in-person questions. I do have a favor to ask for those asking. If you have a question for both players, if you would please designate which player you would like to answer first, and that will help those that are doing all the transcriptions of the press conference to help them out. That is a request for them. So with that, welcome, congratulations.
Thank you.
We'll open up the floor for questions for Kayla and for Jalen.
Yeah, this is for Kayla. Since Alexis went down, y'all have had 3 of your lowest scoring totals of the year. But I mean, last game it went up like 10 points. Are y'all getting kind of used to that, and other people stepping up to replace her at 16 points?
Yeah, well, you have to have a next man up mentality. And obviously we lost Lex, for a couple of games there. But that just means everybody has to do a little bit more. Coach emphasized to us in practice, you might have to score. Somebody has to score 6 more points, or you might have to get 8 or 10 more rebounds. So you just kind of try to level it out a little bit. Obviously, yes, we did miss her, point production, but everybody's just trying to step up and make up for what we lost.
I'd like both Kayla and Jalen to answer this. We can start with Kayla. Just how do you do more without trying to do too much?
I think when you play the game of basketball, you just remember that you're out there having fun. So it might be that you take a little bit more shots, and you create more possessions for yourself, whether that's, getting some offensive rebounds, it's causing some turnovers. So you let the game come to you. You don't go out there and just start, shooting every shot that you get. But you have to be more aggressive, and you kind of have to have a different, mindset and mentality that I got to help my team a little bit more.
Just to piggyback off Kayla, you just got to have that mentality. But just play your game. You can't play outside of what you do. So just do that to the best of your ability, and like she said, take a couple more shots and do a little bit more extra for the teams, like get a couple more rebounds or something like that, make a defensive stop.
This is a question for both players. Kayla first. You've never had a break this long in a season, probably. Was that a welcome break? I mean, did you really benefit from it, and or do you know that yet? And what are your thoughts going forward from that?
Yeah, I think we've had a pretty good couple of weeks, focusing on ourselves, taking a little rest here and there, and preparing for who we might play. But I think the team has been doing well. We've got some shots up, building a little bit of chemistry. So I'm very happy with where we are right now, and we're very confident going into tomorrow.
Yeah, we have very good weeks. This week especially has just been, everybody's been toned in, zoned in, everything. We just been getting after it as a team. Everybody's been locked in, taking the right shots, doing the right things on offense and defense, and, just trying to get better and, get ready for the next game.
Jalen, just how would you describe Jackson State as a team? Obviously, have won 18 games in a row at this point. Just how would you describe them as a team overall, and what y'all know about them?
They're a good team, really scrappy. They got bigs inside, they got guards. I say they're a really solid team. We have to come to play and match their intensity.
Kayla, congratulations on the All-American honors. When did hosting become a real thing for you guys, a real goal? Was it that way all year? Or was it a certain point in the year? And now that you're here, does it seem like you're at the NCAA tournament because you're playing at home? I mean, there's all these different trappings and different teams here, but what does the feel like now that you're actually here?
Thank you for that. But we were actually just talking about it over there in the hallway. We were like, it feels a little weird. Obviously, we haven't made the tournament that much as our career has been here. And definitely we haven't hosted. So it is kind of funny, having to come in a different door. And, we're still in our locker room, still in our little area, but, like, we walk out there on the court and it's like, wow, this is March Madness. Like, we're here. But we're really, really excited. We're excited to be here. And obviously, we've had different goals and stuff that we had all year that, we keep within our locker room. But, hosting has been a goal that we've had our eyes set on for a while here. And I think every game we just took it game by game and just tried to go 1-0 and, focus on the game plan and execute and we wanted to win at the end of the game. And when you put those pieces together and you go take it game by game, and we win here and check this column off, we, led to hosting. And but that's nothing to the preparation that we put in all year. We've worked hard, and we've really made it an account to everybody to be accountable and, holding yourself and being the best that you can be and doing whatever you can do to help the team.
Just the idea of being here in this moment, and Coach Kim has talked about, you all wanting to extend this season as long as possible, play together, you like the feeling of winning and continuing those kinds of things. Now that you're here in this moment, could you speak to that and the idea of, let's see how long we can go?
Yeah, Coach been on us about, especially like the seniors, just having a sense of urgency. It's one and done now. So it's a blessing to be here. We're excited to be here, and we're going to keep fighting to extend the season. That's all we want to do is win.
Earlier in the year, Coach talked about just kind of keeping y'all level, not getting too high, not getting too low. For both of you girls, how is she able to kind of keep y'all level, knowing that this is the biggest stage?
Yeah, well, like I said before, we've never really been here before in these shoes, so you kind of don't really get to have a big head or be cocky in an aspect, but that also goes to our character and who we are as people. We're not that type of, those type of people. We don't carry ourselves that way anyways. So, you try not to get caught in a moment. Obviously, we see the season that we're having, and we're very, very excited, and happy of all the stuff that we've been able to accomplish and the goals that we've been able to accomplish this year. But there's always more basketball to play. And obviously, everybody has that one ultimate goal, and that's to be cutting down nets and win a national championship. So when you always keep your eye on that last goal, it's kind of easy to stay focused and stay locked in.
Yeah, it's just what she said. Like, we're just very humble people, and we know not to get, too big of a head because, that can bite you in the butt a lot of times if you get ahead of yourself. So we just try to keep our eyes on the prize and, stay true to who we are.
To both of the players, I guess Kayla first, naturally, and we've talked a lot about Kim Mulkey and what she's brought as your head coach, but what can you share about the other coaches on the staff, Satia, Daphne, Kaylin? What have they brought to the team? How have they improved you as players and whatnot?
Oh, yeah, they're great. Obviously, coaches, passion and intensity is fueled through everyone. But they get after us, they stay on us, but they also love us a little bit. They crack little jokes and mess with us while we're out there on the court. I know Messer's always messing with us when we're dribbling or, trying to block our shot and stuff. But, we have a relationship with them. And when you have that relationship with your coaches, your assistant coaches, and then your head coach, you want to play for them and you want to play hard. And I think that's the reason we play, and that you see that out there while we're on the court.
Yeah, they're definitely great coaches. They sit with us before and after practice to go over plays. They work with us just like in skill development. They always motivating us to, to be better and always keep confidence in us. Like you said, like we have that relationship with them coaches, and they play with us, but we get serious too. So it's a joy playing with them.
Jalen, has it been different as the season's gone on? Y'all went from a team with very modest expectations, and the wins built up, and y'all got ranked, and now you're hosting. Obviously, these other teams here look at y'all as the team they have to go through to advance. Has it been different to go from being kind of the team that is trying to do that to being a team that everybody's kind of gunning for?
Yeah, it's very different, actually. We're so used to being the underdogs, and now we have a target on our back, and we're really going to get everybody's best game. So it's a difference. It's not. I'm not gonna say it's hard, but we got to come to play every game. We can't slap around or just play around each and every game. So that's the main difference.
Yeah, this is for Kayla. In past years, when you looked at Baylor from afar, looking at Baylor just destroying teams, and you probably wonder how are they so consistent. Once Kim became your coach, what did you learn about, the secret or the essence of Kim Mulkey basketball? What's the secret?
What's the secret? Coach doesn't want anything for you but just to play hard, really, honestly. She keeps the game really, really simple for us. We have a few sets that we run, and then we play hard on defense. It's really not I hate to just make it like that, but that that really is. And when you put that what's the word I'm looking for? When you put that effort and that intensity and that passion, and then you have her on the sideline like that, just cheering for you, it just makes you want to just go 10 times harder. And obviously we have a very, very talented roster this year. So when we came and we gelled together, look at everything we've accomplished.
We'll stay with Kayla. Jalen, you can answer this if you like, but I feel like this game is going to feel like the Florida game with the fan support that you guys will have and how the bigs were important in that game as well. I guess, what are your expectations for tomorrow night's game?
Yeah, I hope our fans come out. I think they're really, really excited. Obviously, we haven't hosted in a very, very long time. But yeah, it's going to be, it's going to be a game for us. Like I said, like Jay said, Jackson State is a great team. They have good guards, they have good inside play. So we have to make sure that we come to play. But I'm definitely happy about our home court advantage and our atmosphere playing in front of the best fans in the world.
Yeah, I could see it being like the Florida game just because of the atmosphere. But yeah, we just got to come to play. They are a good team, but the home court advantage is something that we have put into our arsenal basically this whole season because the crowd has been our sixth man of the year type. So yeah.
Obviously, the men's tournament kicked off yesterday. Big upset. This is for both of you as well. St. Peter's, huge upset. Have y'all talked about that? Do you think about that?
Man, it's crazy. We were watching it last night when we were here watching, Missouri State play. We were watching it on the phone, and I was like, wow, I really couldn't believe it, honestly. And I was like, it's March. I mean, it's March, and obviously, like we mentioned earlier, everybody has a sense of urgency. You have those seniors, and, certain conferences, even when they even make it to the tournament, they feel like they have something to prove, and they want to say, hey, I can play with y'all too. And I think you see that, and that's why you see so many upsets and stuff. So, again, when we talk about ourselves, we just have to make sure that we focus on ourselves, really, and do what we do best and stay true to ourselves. Make sure we push the ball in transition, make sure we rebound, really tune in on our defense. Obviously, they have some great players, but, we need to come in, we need to play together so we can focus.
Yeah, the main things that I got from it was really like seeding really doesn't matter. It's who wants it more. And, that's where the upset's coming from because everybody's, I guess, focused on seeding. Oh, they this seed or they're that seed. And, the underdog wanted it more.
Players, Kayla first. What's it like to play for a coach that's so passionate that she holds everybody accountable, even referees? I mean, I know you're going crazy over there, and then of course, the last game, what happened at the end. But what's it like to play for a coach like that? That that everybody's accountable and she just gets after it.
Yeah, obviously Coach Kim is who I've watched her for a long, long time over there at Baylor. Used to admire her outfits and just to see her passion, her intensity, getting on the refs and, getting on her players. So when it comes full circle and she comes here and she coaches us, it's kind of cool to see it up close, but she does nothing less but just fight for her players. Whether that's, getting on us or whether that's getting on the refs, like she's gonna give it to them. Good call, bad call, whatever. Coach is always fighting for us. So it's great to have, that support and a coach like that cares for you and it really has your back.
Yeah, you can definitely tell that she has our back. She's, like Kay said, she's going to fight for us in any way possible. She's going to get on us, but she's going to get on the refs. But she's always going to encourage us to, keep going. Regardless she's getting on us or not, she's going to tell you, shoot the ball. She don't care if she's yelling at you. You just got to play your game, and, it's great to play for her, and I'm thankful that I got the opportunity to play for her.
Kayla and Jalen, thank you all very much for your time. I got practice and good luck tomorrow. Head coach Kim Mulkey will be
Thank you,
joining
guys.
us
Thank you.
in 5 minutes from now. A recording of this press conference will be available in the NCAA Digital Media Hub at ncaa.veritone.com. Transcripts are provided by ASAP and will be posted shortly. Again, head coach Kim Mulkey will be joining us in 5 minutes. Thanks for joining us. Okay, welcome back to Baton Rouge as we continue talking with the LSU Lady Tigers. Again, they will face Jackson State Saturday at 4 o'clock. Pleased to be joined by head coach Kim Mulkey. Again, for those joining us via Zoom, if you have a question, you can raise your hand. We will come to you after we take care of questions in-house. And Coach, as always, we like to invite you to make an opening statement. I've been telling teams welcome to Baton Rouge, but since you're hosting, welcome home and congratulations on making the tournament.
Thank you. I don't have an opening statement. You guys hit me with your best shots.
Coach, if you could give us an update on Alexis and where she stands. Obviously, we'll see her practice or won't see her practice. But then my question to you is the same I had for the players. How do you do more without trying to do too much?
Alexis was in practice yesterday. I anticipate her to be in practice today. So you'll get to, I think y'all have a little open time that you can see us, so you'll get to evaluate her for yourselves. So that's the Alexis question. How do you get more? Well, you can't reinvent the wheel here this late in the season, but if you're referring to how do we do more with if I don't play Alexis, we've played 3 games without Alexis. She got injured in that first minute of the Alabama game we won. We went to Tennessee and won, and I don't think anybody was going to beat Kentucky in the SEC tournament. So we'll just keep trying to do what we've done since she's been gone. If she doesn't play. Now, if she's out there practicing and I get a good feel for it and we need her, she'll play. We still got a few more days. So it was good to have her back yesterday, and it was good to see her out there.
Yeah, Kim, how much does, I guess, Jackson State winning 21 in a row catch your attention and your players' attention? Like, this is a really formidable opponent we're playing.
Well, they caught my attention last year. We played them in the first round when I was at Baylor. Pretty much they have, I think, 3 starters back, same coach, some transfers in there. When you win as many games as they've won in a row, that gets your attention if you don't know anything about their personnel. I don't think they've lost a game since December. They ran the table in the SWAC. They're like 4th in the country in scoring, 2nd in rebound margin. All that grabs your attention. We have common opponents that we've played. They've played SEC people, and of course, you know we do. And so I look at all those films and I look at all those statistics. They're very well coached. They're very confident. They're very talented, and it's going to be a heck of a game.
Kim, because of you stuck with pretty much the same 8 players all year, having so much time off may have been beneficial. Did you see a benefit to it from the practice, from their response in practice?
Well, everybody's tired. Everybody's tired mentally this time of year. Some teams are physically tired, so you have to be careful with how much time you give them off, and yet you still have to stay in rhythm and in sync. And so I feel like we've done the right thing, and when we are on the floor, we're not on the floor long. We get our job done and we get off the floor. So if we lose, it won't be because of the 2-week layoff. If we win, it won't be because of the 2-week layoff. Everybody's got to go play.
Coach, how would you describe the challenges that their center, Williams Holiday, presents? Obviously, they're all conference player of the year.
Well, the same challenges when you play against any of these big-time centers in the SEC. It's the same. She's a big presence. She's the player of the year in that league, and I want to say she even got defensive player of the year in that league. So she's good. We're aware of that. We know we have our hands full there, and we will prepare for her just like we do for any big post in our league. And but she's not all they have. They put up a lot of points, and Rouge, their perimeter player, was the player of the year in the conference last year. So basically, I look at it like they have 2 player of the years in the SWAC.
Yeah, I know we've lots of questions like this, but you talked at the beginning of the season about the modest goals, winning season and 10 wins and beating a ranked team. As these things have piled up, like I asked Jalen, and they've transitioned from being a team that was aspirational to a team that was like, got something to play for, not defend, but they've got the target, as you said. How do you think they've handled that?
To this point, I think they've handled everything just great. They've handled losses good. They have handled success and wins good. as I said, Scott, there is no bad ending. There is no written thing. None of you can write anything sorry or bad about this team. You could say, well, you were a 3 seed, and if we were to get beat tomorrow, then let's just compliment the team that had to beat us. They had to play good, because none of us saw this coming. It's been an unbelievable, it's almost a storybook year. And you know, I've been involved in 40-0 seasons and expectations and building a program. This is going to rank in there as a season for the record books in a lot of ways. The SEC, biggest turnaround in the history of the SEC. Ranked in the top, almost the top 5 in the country at one point. Competing against teams that honestly have much more talent, much more depth. But yet this team believes in this coaching staff. This team is talented, and it's just a storybook season as far as I'm concerned. And we're going to know that no matter what happens, if Alexis plays, doesn't play, whoever we play, I just feel like they're either going to be just so much more talented than us, or they had an unbelievable game. And you can live with that. If we keep winning and we play well, I'm going to come up here and I'm going to put a smile on my face and say how blessed I am, and this storybook keeps going for another week or another day or another game.
Coach, you talked about these veterans on your team and what they bring to the table. How do you make this moment not as big as it is, even though they are experienced, they're new to this environment?
I think 2 things. One, the SEC prepares them for that. 2, they're already mature. These guys have been in some tough battles throughout their career, and now they're getting to enjoy some of those battles. So, and thirdly, we can talk about it, and there's nothing I can tell them that would prepare them any more than what they've already experienced by playing in the SEC.
What's it? It's a pretty simple question. What's it like for you at this point in your life and career, just sitting here in this stadium with the March Madness logo, representing the flagship university in your home state?
Well, it was unexpected. I don't think any of us sitting in this room ever saw this day coming. I can tell you that my tenure at Baylor was unbelievable. I can tell you I never saw myself leaving Baylor. But as we all learn in life, you got to expect the unexpected sometime. And to sit here in my home state in the very first year with a team that won 9 basketball games last year, as a 3 seed this year, a sellout crowd in our first year, hosting in our first year. What is there not to like about it? What criticism could ever come the way of this program and this team this year? There's none. And so enjoy it, play hard, just give it everything you have. And I think that is what I think that's what drew the fans here. Certainly winning does. Winning keeps them in the stands for years to come, but what brought them into the arena this quick? I think it's a lot of things. I think it's my connections to the state of Louisiana. People feel like they either know me or they're related to me. Number 2, I think when second game of the year, we lost. And people left there going, I'm coming back. That was fun. Those kids played hard. And I think it was just word of mouth, and it became a snowball effect. And it wasn't just Baton Rouge. You're seeing people come to these games from all over the state. They drive 2 and 3 hours, and just something to be proud of, I think, by the way we play.
Coach, I wanted to ask you about your staff. Certainly, Satya was one of those people that said, Coach, are you sure we want to do this? We have a Final Four team here in Baylor and whatnot. But they all got on board, and they all came over for the most part. What does that say? Because certainly a lot of teams, when the coach goes to another school, the staff says we're not going or we're staying or whatever. You were able to get the whole team basically to come with you.
When you leave a place, you always want the place that you leave to hire your assistants. They help recruit those players to that institution. And so Satia wanted the job. Bill Brock wanted the job. Neither one of them got the job. But I made sure before I took this job that everybody on my staff was offered the opportunity to come with me to LSU. And they all did, with the exception of Bill Brock and my daughter, Mackenzie. I can't take this kind of job without them. It would have been very difficult for me to say yes to LSU when I knew the staff was not coming with me, because they have been with me, a lot of them for 20 plus years, some for 8 and 9 years. They do all the things for me to where all I have to do in recruiting is close the deals. All I have to do in coaching is make decisions through the course of a game. They know how I want things done. They know how I think. They know my strengths. They cover for my weaknesses. They're very loyal, and they're just good people. And all of them have roles to play. Some are X's and O roles on the floor. Some are roles that I don't want to do budget. I don't want to do scheduling. Tell me when I'm run out of money, Tell me what hotel when I get off that plane, point me in a direction. I don't care about all that. And when you have people that are taking care of you as a head coach, you will remain a head coach a lot longer than maybe you're supposed to, because they're young and they're doing the job for you.
It's good to be the queen, huh?
A queen?
It's good to be
Well,
the
I'm
queen.
not a queen. I can tell you, I think I'm smart because I think outside the box when I hire people. I think outside the box. I've always had, for years, I had 3 head coaches on my staff from schools, from colleges. How many head coaches are insecure and wouldn't do that? I want them to keep me on my toes. And I also think outside the box and go get people that are not X's and O minds, but boy, they'd be darn good in this area that I want to be really good at as a program. So I just think I'm pretty careful in who I've hired, and it's been a good group. I still have 2 of them that have been with me from the day I was hired at Baylor, and then I have some that have been with me 8 and 9 years that have been a head coach before.
My question was, what kind of game day coach are you? Do you want to give them a message that they go out there with the hair on fire, or are you really more of a, you've been here before, you know what to do yourself?
Well, I'm not passive. That's certainly not it. I don't go in there with some planned pregame speech. I got to sit at home and think about what I want to say to them. No, what I'm saying to them through the course of that week leading up to that game is a little bit of everything on the practice court, so that by the time you get to that 30 minutes or whatever before they run out there on the floor, you've done your job. You've prepared them. You say you say the prayer, and you go out there on the floor and do your job.
We have time for 2 more questions. Scott, I know you have one if there's one more after that.
I'd be remiss, this is off the subject a little bit, but I'd be remiss if I didn't ask you how concerned you were about Brittany Griner and the situation she's in. Have you been keeping up with it? Do you have any
I know
thoughts
what
about
y'all know.
Yeah.
I found out about it after a game from somebody sending it to me, and you just pray that everything works out and she gets home safely.
Any other questions? Sure. Go ahead.
And it seems to me, covering games here for a long time, they may have sold more tickets for this NCAA tournament than any other time they've hosted. Have you kept up with that at all?
I have not. Tell me what y'all know.
Well, I'm just looking at the map of the tickets, and there's not many little spots left
Wow.
where you
Wow.
can buy tickets. but
That's awesome.
The lower bowl's sold out. I know that.
That's awesome. And
Over 7,000? Yeah. I don't think you've ever had more than that for a game.
that's awesome. No, I haven't kept up with it. I'm not surprised. I'm appreciative. I know the players are appreciative, and yeah, it's postseason. It's do or die now. And I said this when I took the job. People here know what it feels like to have great women's basketball. They've seen this PMAC full. They've been to Final Fours, and for them to do it this quickly with this team in this first year with this staff, it reiterated that I made the right decision to come back because people are just kind of excited, kind of happy, and it makes me happy.
Thank you all for your questions.
All
Coach, we're
right.
going to practice in 10 minutes. Thank you for your time.
Y'all be good.
We'll have Missouri State in here at 2:05 Central Time this afternoon. A recording of this press conference will be available in the NCAA Digital Media Hub at ncaa.veritone.com. Transcripts are provided by ASAP and will be posted shortly. We will see you again at 2:05 from Missouri State. Until then, thank you for joining us.